Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is a presentation for the objectives of Sharia in relation to a car. The course is ECON 4530, named Objectives of Sharia, taught by Dr. Irwan. Our group's name is Cherry. We had to choose a fruit name, and so we chose Cherry. I'm the group leader, and in my group, I have 5 group members: myself, Fatima, Ghazanfar, Ilahi, and sister Intan, Huda, sister Puteri, Maisarah, sister Shaima, and lastly, sister Ahmad Khadijah. The table of contents for our presentation are as follows. We begin with Maqasid al-Sharia, and in this we will go over a glimpse of what Maqasid al-Sharia is all about. We will move on to the categories of Maqasid al-Sharia, which will be a deeper look into the 3 categories of Maqasid. We will move on to the 5 rules that are set by Imam al-Shatibi rahimahullah, that lay down and explain, they're laid out by him, explaining the relationship between the Maqasid categories that are Daruriyat, Hajiyat, and Tahsiniyat. And we will move on to the general objectives of a car. We'll analyze the general objectives of a car from a Maqasid al-Sharia perspective. Our 5th agenda is that we will go on to the specific and particular objectives of a car, analyzing them both from a Maqasid al-Sharia perspective. And lastly, the relationship of Maqasid al-Sharia with a car, in which we will explain the relationship between the essentials, exigencies, and embellishments as described by Imam al-Shatibi for the object that we have chosen, that is the car.
Okay, I will begin with the general overview of the Maqasid Shariah. Basically, it comprises of 2 Arabic words, which are maqsad and also shariah. And intention, goal, aim, objective, principle, or end are all referred to as maqsad. While for the Shariah, literally it is a reference to a watering hole. Technically speaking, Islamic law is the direction that Allah provided to the Prophet Muhammad SAW. It provides knowledge, explanation, and justification of the Shariah's guiding principles, which make up the path that the Prophet Muhammad SAW has left behind. So there are several importance of the Maqasid Shariah that I want to highlight here. The first one, it seeks to advance and defend the Ummah as a whole. Plus, it helps the populace while defending them against corruption and also crime. Last but not least, it plans and disciplines with the Islamic principles and values as expressed in the Quran and also as Sunnah. So, I will pass the floor to the sister Khadijah.
This is Khadijah. Next, we have is the categorization of Maqasid Sharia. We have the 3 categories of Maqasid Sharia. Number 1, we have the Daruriyat. 2, we have Hajiyat. 3, we have Tahsiniyat. In Daruriyat, there are 5 things which are listed as essentials. Number 1, religion. 2, life. 3, lineage. 4, intellect. And 5, wealth. Essentials are necessary for humankind's sound and healthy survival on earth, and as well as to achieve greatness in the hereafter. Everything that involves the preservation of these principles leads to maslaha, and everything that involves their omission is harmful, which is mafsada. Number 2 is hajiyat. These are kinds of benefits whose neglect leads to hardship of the individual or also hardship of the community, but that does not lead to total disorder of normal life. And in terms of importance, the exigencies are less important than the daruriyat. Number 3, tahsiniyat. The embellishment refers to interests whose realization leads to improvement, and the disappearance of tahsiniyat will not interrupt normal life. Moving on, we have the 5 rules which are set by Imam al-Shatibi. The following are the 5 rules. Number 1, the essentials are the foundation of exigencies and also embellishments. 2, disorder in relation to the essentials will lead to complete disorder in the latter of 2, which are the exigencies and also embellishments. 3, An imbalance in the realm of the exigencies and also embellishment does not necessitate an imbalance in the essentials, which is the daruriyat. 4. A complete imbalance in the realm of embellishments or exigencies may lead to a partial imbalance in the realm of daruriyat. Exigencies and also embellishments must be preserved for the sake of the essentials.
Move to the next part, which is the general objective of a car. First, getting from one place to another. Second, providing ease of transportation. Third, fulfilling one's needs. Why do we need a car? Because we want to go from one place to another. It means a car is required to travel from one location to another. A car is better than a bicycle or motorcycle for long distance travel. Next, cars provide comfort to users because they have more space than motorcycles. Although the train has a lot of space, we had to fight to get a seat. Therefore, the car becomes a transport that makes it easier for everyone. In addition, the third general objective of a car is to fulfill one's needs. Having a car enables us to assist others in need, taking someone to the hospital for an appointment, for example, or going to a local grocery to buy necessities. That's all from me. I will pass to Fatima to explain a car specific and particular objectives.
Now we move on to our fifth topic, which is the specific objectives of a car. So we have looked into the general objectives. What does the car, the object chosen, what is it meant for, and what is the general objective of the car? And now we're moving on to the specific objectives of a car. And that, so in Arabic, the general objectives are called maqasid amma. That are the general objectives. And then then it becomes more, and then it starts narrowing down. Then the specific objectives of a car are maqasid khassa, right? So that means that the specific objective. So we have 3 listed over here. First of all, it saves time and it is convenient. So when a person drives instead of walking or riding a bicycle, it saves a lot of time. It is very convenient to drive rather than walking or cycling. So one of the specific objectives is saving time. And secondly, when a person drives rather than walking, it saves a lot of energy, right? And lastly, one of the specific objectives of the car is that it ensures security of the driver and passengers. When a person uses a motorbike or a bicycle, it's possible to fulfill one's needs. However, a car is a safer mode of transportation in comparison to riding a motorcycle, as it's covered from all sides and has protection features such as a seatbelt and airbag. And then we move even more deeper into the objectives, and we go on to the maqasid juz'iyya. These are the particular objectives of a car. So general, specific, and then particular. And these particular objectives is that using a car, it saves time, which we can use for worship. We can use this time to be productive. When a person uses a car to get from one place to another, the energy saved can be used for productive activities and concentration in worship. And then what else can be achieved by a car? It helps students focus in class. So earlier we said that it's one of the specific objectives was that it saves energy. So now we're looking further. When a person saves energy, what can like a student of knowledge that we all are right now. So what can we do with that saved energy? So we can focus in class. So if we come walking, we're going to be drained by the time we arrive, and then it's going to be difficult to focus. But if we come with the car, the energy that's saved because of driving can be used to focus in class. And lastly, one of the specific objectives was that it was protected from all sides. So that's so what's the point of having safety and security by using a car is that it protects from accidents and injuries. So a person being covered and in a secure mode of transportation with the security features, it helps these individuals from potential accidents and injuries caused due to riding a motorcycle or a bicycle, which can be prevented by using a car. Moving on to our final topic for today.
Thank you, Sister Fatima. Now we move on to the relationship of Maqasid Shariah with a car. How we can relate a car with the three elements of Maqasid Shariah. Okay, so we look the details on the part of car. For the essentials, a car really need engine to move, and also fuel system, tires, brake, steering, exhaust system, and emissions. For the exigencies, which is to complement the essentials, a car need body, door, mirrors, wipers, seat belt, and also seats. And for the embellishment, which is to beautify or enhance the car, a car need bonnet and boot, rim tires, registration plates, horn, leather seats, and also tinted mirrors. Okay, next we go deeper into the essentials or the ruriyat. It consists of 5 elements of Maqasid Sharia that needs to be protected. The first one is to protect the religion. By using car, we can make a street da'wah, like deliver about Islam to the public. The second one is the protection of life. By using car, it's easy for us to move daily to work in order to find sustenance to feed the family and continue living. Third, to protect the intellect, by using car, we can use to seek knowledge at school or university so that it will produce an educated generation for a better future. Fourth, to protect the progeny or lineage, by taking children to the school and to fulfill their basic needs. And the last one, the protection of life. By using car, it can protect us from robbery and theft and provide security. It also saves us from the injury caused that are more likely to happen when riding a motorcycle.
So this is all from our group. Thank you for listening. Jazakumullahu khair. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. We hope that you benefited from this presentation and understand how the maqasid can be related to an object.